They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll get this to about the 38. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 49.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 39, Wilson, his throw incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
The window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And the Jags are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down and goal. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Herbert on first down now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Uchenna Nwosu coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
After the sack on first down, Herbert rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, Sky Moore, and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert, that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster from 4 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Harris running straight ahead. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On 4th down, Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On first down, Wilson going deep here for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nyheim Hines. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Chubb. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Noah Fant, 27 yards. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the all-pro safety Budda Baker in on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Going right back to Fant. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Over the middle and complete to Moore. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
14, run it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone